No low, 182.6, but that is actually good. I am very happy with that because it's only 1 pound up after a high day. And one thing that I've learned is your water fluctuates quite a bit when you're dropping weight. So I would venture to say that actually I lost weight. I know, it doesn't make any sense. I woke up like, this is usually how it goes on leg days. The night after, I usually wake up like 2 or 3 times with like pain in my stomach because I'm so hungry. And then I have to go back to sleep. It takes like 10 minutes, and that happens a lot. And so that's why I'm not really worried about the weight, because I know when that happens, I'm losing weight. Because every single time you wake up, you look a little bit leaner. So, yeah. I usually do my cardio in the morning, but my hip has been bugging me, so I got to go work on it today at the gym. So I'm going to do most of my cardio, well, all of my cardio, after my gym session tonight. Gonna be not too fun. Let's eat breakfast. Energy levels over 1 million right now. I know I sound so excited.
My S2 2010.
Just quick little pre-food food.
Had a lot of different combinations, but everyone's testosterone.
Watching some Eric Helms contest prep stuff. So that's all I seem to watch recently is 10K challenges and contest prep stuff. So. That means it's actually really time to get up, do something when I turn the big light on. Breakfast. There's a whole egg in there, 2 servings of egg substitute, 3 ounces of crock pot chicken. I'm gonna do some lettuce wraps with some sour cream, salsa mix, and 1 serving of this avocado. This pack is about 7 servings, so I'm gonna eat the whole thing today on my higher fat day so that it doesn't go bad, because avocado will go bad in like a day. So currently what I'm doing is a carb cycling approach, and I have 2 high days, which are 440 carb, 230 protein, 50 fat. I have 2 low days, which are 75 carb, 250 protein, 75 fat. And then my other normal days are medium days, which is 225 carb, 230 protein, 50 fat. So my low days on carbs are higher in fat, and my high days in carbs are lower in fat. Yeah, high carb days are low fat, low carb days are higher fat. Normal days are lower fat, moderate carbs, moderate protein. Also higher protein on the low carb days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna implement 1 more low day, but I'm not just gonna completely cut the calories out. So what I gotta do essentially is, I have it all calculated out right here in my little journal here. This is a previous diet change that I did. And essentially what I do is I track my total weekly grams of protein, carbs, and fats consumed. And then I take away from that and then divvy it up over 7 days. And then I'll have my total calories for that week divided into 7 days. So I'm going to show you how that works once I'm done with it. So I'm going to add another low day, but I'm not going to completely take away all of the carbs from that day. Probably about 100 grams of carbs total. We'll see. Alright guys, so I have my current macros written down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the calories total for the week. So 4 calories for carb, 4 calories for protein, 9 calories for fat. So add all those up, multiply by 4, multiply by 4, multiply by 9, and I get the totals for each. So we then have our total numbers added up. So 1705 is the amount of carbs I eat in a week. Multiplied by 4 is the calories, etc., etc. And now we're going to get our total calories. gonna do this time is sort of generic, and I'm at 1705 carbs, so I'm just gonna take that down to 1650. Protein is gonna stay the same at 1650. And fat, I'm gonna drop total fat down for the week by, let's do 20 grams. So that's actually, this is kind of where I'm gonna start to dig for this prep to really get lean. So 65 grams of carbs and 20 grams of fat down. That comes out to, so minus 65 carb, minus 20 fat. So the total calories subtracted is 440. Wow, I suck. Okay. So total subtracted is 440 calories. Okay. So that's what we're doing to adjust. And then I'm gonna divvy that up over the 7-day period, sort of how I want to, with my 2 high days, 3 low days now, and 2 normal days. Here we go. So there's all my totals. Monday, medium day, Tuesday, medium, Wednesday, high, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, low, Saturday, high. So the protein for the medium days is 230, high days 225, low days 250. The reason that I switched the protein up essentially is because on high carb days, you don't need as much protein. I could even drop it lower and spread it out throughout the day because carbohydrates are protein sparing, but I'm not gonna do that. It's all right, it's all good in the hood. So I dropped my high days a little bit of carbs and spread them out on my medium days. So 240, 240, 400, which was previously 440, and then my low days, which I have 3 of now, are 125, and then my fats on every day except for 2 low days are 65, and those are training days as well, so that'll help out. Sunday is an off day, so I'm gonna start these macros on Monday. Not right now. I'm not gonna change midweek because that would be not too intelligent to do because my calories for the week would be off. So I'm gonna start these macros on Monday the 6th, and today is February 2nd. So I'm gonna start these macros in 4 days. So we'll see what that does to my weight. I'm gonna keep the cardio the same this week and next week, and we'll see where it goes. I should still hit another low this week as well though. So yeah, those are my macros. That's how you change your macros, guys. You just weekly divide it up, have some high days if you want. You could just go straight through. I prefer to have high days, but that's your call. Meal 2. Beef, avocado, pico de gallo, and sour cream, some lettuce, water, and a light and fit because I had a very strong craving. And if I wouldn't have taken this from my post-workout meal, I probably would have done something I regretted. So, desperate times call for desperate measures. This right here is 36 carb, 26 protein, I believe. 0 fat, and it's a lot of volume. So this pudding, sugar-free pudding mix, will change it. Okay, I actually lied to you guys again. I'm always lying to you guys, I'm sorry. So the whole point of me doing that was because this week is supposed to be where I start my dig week, I guess. Okay, that's not working. So this week is supposed to be where I start my little bit of a dig. And I did this on purpose today. This shows how strong the diet brain is. I did this on purpose today so that my calories would actually be even lower this week than they would be next week when I really implement this full week into it. So my calories this week, like mentally, I'm not going to think they're lower, but they're going to be significantly lower today through Sunday. Yes, today through Sunday. So, yes. Okay, this is getting implemented now. Sorry. That was the whole point of it. Off to the gym. So I'm in here, about ready to do some hip stuff. But first, I'm going to go through my typical mobility routine, quick full body. That's in a previous video. If you want to go check that out, it's a little fast forward segment. So go check that out. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you guys some hip stuff. Mobility is something that I will always preach. If your joints and tissues do not function correctly, you are not going to be able to train optimally. It's pretty simple. So mobility, stability, stretching, everything like that is incredibly important for your training. It is just as important as your training. And I wish that as I was growing up and lifting, I didn't neglect it, because I literally never did it at all. So in the first clip, we just attached a band to the hip, and I'm going to throw in the description box Smashworks, which is where I get a lot of my stuff from. Trevor is an awesome dude. Definitely would recommend checking out his channel. A lot of the stuff is very simple, very basic, and it definitely works, and you notice a difference, especially when you do it consistently. So in here, I'm doing adductor, glute, and I'm essentially just working on rotation internally and externally of the hip, because if you're torqued into one or the other and you try to drop into a squat, your lower back, your hips, your knees, your ankles, everything is going to tell you no thank you, and you're not going to be able to squat. You're not going to be able to make your gains with 2 or 3 Z's, all capital. I'm just finishing up the final stuff I have to do for mobility, and I'm actually going to call an audible right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, because I've already been here for an hour and a half doing mobility work, because this hip is just being stupid. So working out right now, one, I haven't eaten in a while, so I'm going to be absurdly hungry and think about that throughout the workout. 2, it's going to start getting really busy here, and I'm not going to be able to film. 3, traffic is going to be a pain in the butt, because as soon as I get out, it's going to be rush hour. And 4, I've already been here for an hour and a half, so my energy levels are... So I'm going to go home, I'm going to have 2 more meals, and I'm going to come back here at nighttime, and we're going to see how that works. I'm going to go home, though, first and bust out 1 cardio session and see how this hip feels. So audible, I haven't done this before. Let's see how it works out. So that was the audible. We're back home now. We've been back home. I left the gym at about 2:30, so we've been back home for a little over 2 hours. Changed my oil, rotated my tires, so up my NEAT quite a bit, and I killed some time. So I'm able to eat a little bit more food, but I still have to go to the gym later. But that was quite a bit of activity, about 2 hours. Doing that, hour and a half maybe. So I'm gonna have a smaller carb meal here. So yeah, that was a good decision. It's gonna be nice to go back there, sort of in isolation tonight, film a little bit, and kind of change things up a little bit. So we got 6 ounces of turkey, 99.1, and some rice, so I'll show you. Half a serving dry rice, which is about 20 carbs, 6 ounces of the turkey. Now, I thought that I forgot my multivitamin in the bottom of this bowl, because I just lump it all together. So I'll put my multivitamin, my post-workout stuff in there, and like tinfoil, ready to go. So I just put it in. Thought I forgot my multivitamin there. We're gonna find out. We might find out what happens when you microwave multivitamin. After further inspection, we're clear.
Okay, and then
So I get to the gym, camera bag in hand, open it up, no camera. I left my camera at home. I was even gonna take y'all grocery shopping. What a world. I did chest, delts, and triceps, and it was really, really, really good. I'm stoked about that session, especially because I had to call an audible So let me at least show you guys what I got grocery wise. We got some romaine leaf lettuce. This is really good for substituting like a tortilla. You just make like a little protein style, whatever you're gonna do. Tomatoes, pico de gallo, some really good macro, cooked turkey, half fat, 11 protein, no carb, some baby carrots, life-saving when you have a craving, life-saving when you have a craving, the best. This is the egg substitute product I tell you guys about. Sugar-free jam, some English muffins, fat-free sour cream, which is awesome. And then I have some 96.4 ground beef. Not a crazy big haul, like 50 bucks, but this will last me a little bit, and I kind of just go as I need to, and it's a good thing to do to increase your NEAT, so you walk around the grocery store extra, burn more calories without thinking about it. You know, it's good for you. So check with you guys tomorrow, because I forgot to film my workout. I got cardio to do after this 200 calorie session, and then we got oh, actually, you know what, this is the end of the video. There's no workout footage. What am I gonna do? I guess this will just be like the highlight, will be like my grocery haul. I don't know. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Next video I'm gonna start recording tomorrow because I'm doing 2. Oh man. Alright, well, thank you for watching. No workout footage, I'm sorry. I appreciate you though. If you guys want to see more of what I get grocery wise, let me know.